Yeah.
Sorry, have you moved earlier from another system into there, or was
No.
that your first
No.
system?
Um, we were a bit late to decide which system we wanted and have the minimal background you need to put into the game. But it was months and months after we gave our data to Frontier, and they lost it several times. So we were very, very late into the game as a minor faction.
Well, I mean, it's not like we've been waiting for, let's see, since December to get any kind of description onto Gateway.
Oh, did you submit a description to Zach or Ed
Yeah,
or something?
that was submitted along with
Ah,
we were back in December.
Yeah, they
gotcha.
take forever to do that.
So sometimes it gets lost. So I've
Yeah.
we had to send it several times, and finally we were happy. I think it was around Christmas. We were finally in the game with our minor faction, and we are pretty late in game as a faction. Um,
Oh,
but
that's
the
not late.
but the group is a lot older. So we are over a year now that since we restarted as a group, the UGC, and we are doing about anything that you can do as a free commander, with the exception of piracy and murder. So we have a codex that we hold our commanders up to, and
So
these are the
pretty much
things that
aligned,
yeah,
pretty much aligned
um,
with Alliance values.
yes. So one of the things why we chose independent is because we wanted to give our commanders the greatest possible freedom to do what they want, to do power play, and to yeah anything. So because we want to enjoy the galaxy together. So this somehow came natural for us to go for independent, and that's what we were developing our lore about. So hundreds of years ago, there was a movement on Sol 3, uh, which was called the Vision of Brothers, and because they were people were fed up with the senseless life that many had in the Federation, just going for profits of the megacorps and so on. And more people banded together, and they were met with suspicion, and sooner or later they left Earth to go to build a new society somewhere at the frontier. And that's how they came to Vapia. They built a new society. They had peace for a long time. Then the surrounding systems were settled by the empire. They got more and more influence, and finally they overtook. They ruled even Vapia. And the start of the UGC is that life for the citizens on their own ground got worse and worse. There was a movement of commanders which banded together, remembering the history of the ancestors of Wapia, and these were the United German commanders, which were able to free the system again, so it is independent and democratic again. So that's the short version. We are working on a detailed one once we find some time to after the dangerous games, and we want to have a detailed history right from the start. And the German in the name, the explanation is because the movement originated in Central Europe on Old Earth. So that's the explanation for us to use the German in the name, because it's just the history of the ancestors of the inhabitants of Vapia.
Sounds good. No, I look forward actually that we could work together and create some lore. I know that AOS has spent a lot of time, as Vectron said, with spreadsheets, and we've certainly made our mark on power play. But I think that a lot of us would be very interested in taking a deeper role in the lore, and even if it's not necessarily to Galnet, as Vectron decried, that there's sometimes these arbitrary decisions that happen from the devs, from the designers
Yeah,
as to whether something goes into the lore through Galnet, but even just some content would be nice.
it's nice to have your own background story. So I've seen from the feedback of the commanders, both before the dangerous games were, and what we have put as role play into the dangerous games, that they are very happy about it. We got a lot of positive feedback. Many people have enjoyed it. So if I can help you with anything, just call me. I'm I enjoy writing it myself very much, and of course reading all the content generated by the community. It's awesome.
I'd
Love it.
call you, but it's long distance. And by that I mean
Ah,
your system is way down in the south of Empire Space.
we have Galnet, no problem.
Yeah.
I think the meta part of the game is pretty important. If it's a lore or just the coordination, it's not that the game give us the chance to do all that stuff, but the community does a great job to to fill that part and make the game even more enjoyable.
And it brings it brings perspective to tedious tasks. You know, you have to do them if you want to achieve something, but if you can write a story around it, it's a lot more satisfying.
Yeah.
Hello to new joiners, Adelie and Kensento.
And Puck Spring from Canon also joined the voice chat.
Oh, cool. Welcome, Pox. Pox was planning on talking a little later in the stream, but he also can join earlier.
Well, apparently he left.
Ah.
So,
Yeah.
I dragged him in, but I don't know when he left. Apparently,
Who?
Pucks.
No, he's still in Discord.
Oh, he's there.
He's here.
Yeah.
There he
He's
is.
there.
It's Commander Pox, so yeah.
Yeah.
Screws up the alphabetical order. So I think we're on pace for 6 hours and change, which is pretty good, comparable to the second highest number right now in the challenge. Maybe I'll try and speed it up a bit, get some better scoopings. Ooh, 48.
Oh, if anyone is worried that Steven will somehow break a record, feel free to swat him.
No, it's not. The guys who do this run, they're professionals. They're good. They plan. They've run it many times before, and I'm just a joker, a jack of all trades who really doesn't have a.
Yeah,
This
just say
is
that
a
because
fun
you
run.
don't want visited by a SWAT team.
Yes, to be swatted.
Just a Care Bear.
Just a Care Bear. Just would like a hug.
Jesus.
So we're almost about halfway through. I think, let's see, I'm at about 11k or so. Almost, well, 10k. Okay, maybe not so much.
Found the shipwreck in the middle of nowhere.
What kind of wreck? Is it an anaconda?
Not sure.
Yeah, so if anyone can help, I can try and turn on the Discord overlay. I tried that, but it didn't work. The TS overlay was working, but I haven't gotten the Discord overlay. So yeah, it's a little difficult to find out who's talking, especially considering we have like 12 people in this channel right now.
Isn't the Discord? Aren't the overlays game specific?
Oh,
I've never gotten it to work, at least.
I managed to work it once, but second time, no go.
okay. Let's hope for a faster routing this time. Oh yeah, that's better. I don't know what happened the last time. The route just froze up.
It happens sometime. You know, Frontier is still building the basics of the game. As mad as this sounds, you know, we have landing on planets now, but only the lifeless ones. The ones with atmosphere are further down the road, as is walking around on your ship and stations. There's a lot more to come.
Yeah, they should rather take the time to make it good and not just try to put it into the game and create even more bugs.
So there's
the problem is you have to do it twice if you don't try to put the basics in as fast as possible, because they are interconnected. So if you now push too much for one part of the game and put new things to the side, you will have to do the work right again when you put in the new stuff. So it's not easy to get a balance there, but I can understand that they try to avoid doing more work than necessary. Because in the end, they are still, compared to the big companies, they are still pretty small, and this is a really huge project. So as much as I would like certain parts to be more polished and have more options, somehow, as I am a dev myself, I can understand what's the reasoning behind it.
Well, to a certain extent, you can't say they're having universal success on a galactic scale.
Yes.
And it is a rather stellar, pun.
I think they're doing a stellar job. Yeah.
Wait, who's been kidnapped, Foxhound?
Uh-oh.
They are certainly reaching for the stars.
Yeah. But there's certainly a huge void in this game they need to fill.
Oh yes. They have lots of space.
Oh, Felicia Winters has gone missing.
Oh, really?
Is actually anyone missing her?
Is this a Galnet article?
No, I don't think so, because he needs to report it. But last I heard, she was walking around the streets of Ria, feeling rather depressed, all abandoned.
Steven, will you put this on YouTube maybe?
I'm gonna try to. I haven't yet linked the account to YouTube, but as soon as the stream's done, I will make that my goal.
Oh, cool.
So that way everyone who's hasn't been able to catch the whole stream can get all 6 and change hours of gloriousness.
Yeah, because that's what we need. Welcome to G-SPAN. Like C-SPAN, but less exciting.
Yeah. Hello, Pox.
Greetings.
Greetings. Pox is a, to use the term, fellow traveler. He's on his way to Jock Station.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, it's pretty far out there. It's 22,000 light years from Sol, in fact.
What does Rare's payout at that distance?
You know, I don't know. This will be my first trip out there. There's been a few commanders on Reddit, I think, that have talked about some of the rares. Somebody brought a mug from Hutton and somebody has his special alcohol, I forget what it's called, and is bringing
distillery.
it back.